Ryan's canary is throwing a tantrum again. He handed me the divorce agreement. Sign it. Make a show to coax the little girl. I tugged at the corners of my skirt tightly. Nodding his head, he quietly signed his name. When leaving, he heard his friend quip. My sister-in-law is too well-behaved. Shouldn't you let him get it? He didn't say a word. Ryan happily lit a cigarette. Take a bet that they bet on the civil affairs in a month. I cried like a dog. We'll also be obedient and obedient. Replace the marriage certificate with a divorce certificate. I held my phone and didn't say anything, just replied to the message I just sent. Can't you just marry me? Okay. Thousands of good-looking, high-quality novels. But heartbeat romance is half here. The full text is more to the end. Don't forget to like and leave a message, share and subscribe. Turn on the little bell. This story starts now. That's almost a second back. I pressed my phone. The chatter and laughter continued. That's okay, my sister-in-law is so obedient. Guys, next month's wine I'm packing. 3 months, Ryan said. Come, be laugh. I hurriedly walked out, all the way out of the office building. Sharp sunlight pierces the bottom of the eye. Tears are falling. Ryan has a crush on a young girl who has graduated from the end. Bought him a house in Haicheng. The house is piled up with luxuries. But the little girl wouldn't kiss him. Don't let him hug. He lives in a large flat of 360 square meters, where millions of haute couture. Sticking his neck and saying that I won't be a junior. Ryan found it very interesting. Now, it's the 3rd time Ryan has acted for her. For the first time, she and I showed affection. I didn't know Zara existed at the time. Juan hugged her and took a lot of photos. Look at her sending a screen full of 9 square grids. It is even more surprising and looking forward to it. But that circle of friends can't be brushed no matter how you brush it. I found out later. She set it to be visible only to Zara. The 2nd time, he and I quarreled. Leave me on the streets. Shoot me alone. Send the picture of Zero crying to Zara to see. I really can't help it. He can't live without me. The 3rd time, he was going to divorce me. The phone buzzes and vibrates. I'll take it out. It's true? Are you serious? Elena. I wiped away my tears. Smiled, really. In the early afternoon. Sure enough, Ryan took me to the Civil Affairs Bureau. Along the way, he was in a particularly good mood. Keep asking me where to go on the 3rd anniversary. Ryan and I grew up together. We are now in our 3rd year of marriage. How to get to Prague. When you were 7 years old, I was clamoring to go to Prague Square to feed the pigeons. He got out of the car. After opening the car door, he unbuckled the seat belt for me. How can it be like crying? He frowned. Fingertips gently brushed the tails of my eyes. I've told you all. Just do superficial work. It's just a little Finch. I'm just curious. When will he give in? The moment you speak. Something fell out of his pocket. It's a box of condoms. Ryan coughed lightly. I touched my nose again. No explanation was made. He took me to the Civil Affairs Bureau. The whole process went smoothly. I suffer from aphasia, often speechless when faced with strangers. But I can nod or shake my head. Is it a voluntary divorce? It was me who nodded. Confirm the breakdown of the relationship. It was me who nodded again. There is a 1-month cooling-off period. Come back in a month. Ryan took the receipt. Haven't walked out of the Civil Affairs Bureau yet. Just took a picture. Keep your head down and start texting. Immediately after that, I received the message on my phone as well. As always, it was sent by Zara. Ryan sent him a photo of the receipt. I also added a sentence to be satisfied. Wash laut so clean at night. He clicks on the avatar. Block the other person. Just finished the operation. I received a text message that the ticket was issued. In the same vein, when the message was also received by WeChat. Tickets have been bought. See you in Paris in a month's time. I still dreamed of Ryan at night. Ryan as a child. His mouth was like honey. Elena's sister. Your eyes are beautiful. Can I always look you in the eye and talk to you? Elena sister. You play the piano super well. Can I come and listen to you play every day? Elena sister. I've loved you the most too. When I grow up, I'm going to marry you. I also like Ryan. We were at the same table when we were in school. I also got together to play after school. Even when my parents were in a car accident. I'm also in his car. I'm playing rock, paper, scissors with him. It's just that those two cars are too close. I saw it with my own eyes. The big truck went on a rampage, boom. My mom and dad, my brother, even the puppy I grew up with. They are all struggling in that sea of fire. For a long time afterward. I can't even make a sound. I had to be with Ryan to fall asleep. Ryan was very patient at that time. Accompany me to practice vocalization. Tell me stories all night long. If anyone dares to laugh at me for being dumb. He went up with a punch. I married him. It's like a very natural thing. Early in the morning of the second day after I got my college diploma, he just lay on my bedside and said, Elena, let's go get another card. Just on the same day, we became husband and wife. In the dream, there is a large field of fiery roses, spread all over my heart and his heart. He knelt on the bed, kissed me very tenderly. He said, Elena, we've been so happy all our lives. But as soon as I open my eyes, the whole world is dark. I fumbled for my phone. Zara sent another text. It's a photo. The bed was a mess, and a glare of scarlet. Suddenly I felt nauseous. I rushed into the bathroom, non-stop retching. However, it only vomited physiological tears. Finally, sit on the cold ground with your legs crossed. I don't know where I touched my phone. In the silence of the night, suddenly remembered a low boy, Elena. My heart pounded. Pick up your phone. Hugo is my patient. After 3 years of intervention treatment in the hospital, my aphasia has improved a lot. Only when you are feeling down or nervous. Will be speechless. During the 2 years of her marriage to Ryan, I'm even almost healed. Cheerful and more relaxed. I joined a patient support group. The person assigned to me is Fujisue. Actually, over a period of up to 2 years. I always thought she was a girl. She uses a pink rabbit head. The WeChat name is Angel. When it first started, she barely paid much attention to me. But is it sympathy? People who have been suffering from aphasia for many years. Most of them have very serious psychological trauma. They may be speechless, but you need to be accompanied. I don't get tired of it. Share your daily life with him. From text to speech. From photos to videos. Share to the end. It's like an old friend who has been friends for many years. So much so that I talked to him on the phone for the first time. When he was found to be male. I was so scared that I almost had an aphasia attack on the spot. I'm sorry, I said while holding my phone. Disturb your rest. No, Hugo said this. It's only 9 p.m. He spoke so fluently. This is my second call with him. After discovering that he was male, I deliberately kept my distance from him. That day was really accidental. I haven't been in touch with him for almost a month. It's that coincidental. Ryan handed it to me. Divorce agreement at the time. He asked me what I was doing. My mind was filled with the words divorce agreement. A blank slate for the impact. Only replied to the divorce. After signing, I hid outside Ryan's office, trembling all over. Fushershio, I seem to have no home. No dad. No mom. No brother. There's no more of my cute puppy anymore. Even Ryan is going to lose. What to do? I didn't expect him to come out of nowhere. Then you will marry me. Can't you? The laughter inside the room was getting louder and louder. No kidding. Elena couldn't even speak when she left Nango. How is it possible to really get a divorce certificate? Yes, if only he had to get a divorce. I'm afraid I'm going to have to make the Civil Affairs Bureau cry. Is it? Ryan scoffed disdainfully, said as he threw the lighter on the coffee table. He's crying like a puddle of mud. It could only be my Ryan's dog. I told him to go east. Even if he's climbing. You have to climb to the east. I lost my soul through the crack in the door. Look at the man who has become extremely strange. Xingfu Hugo made a list for me. Is a must-do within a month. Like applying for a visa. Finding a lawyer naturally doesn't need to talk about these things. That's on the list. It's actually dense. There are a lot of must-eat restaurants listed. Chinese food abroad doesn't taste very good. It's true? I'm happy to accept it. Follow his list to taste one by one. A person's life doesn't seem to be so difficult anymore. Every day is to eat and drink. Buy something, then pack your luggage. On the day I moved out of my former wedding room, Ryan messaged me out of the blue. Didn't even call me. Don't you want me? He took Zara on a trip. He said he wanted the little girl to go out and see the world. Not good. He sent another message. I sent me a photo. This place is very nice. I will also bring you here on the 3rd anniversary. Good no good? I especially want to be like Zara who blocked me. Directly blocked him. But considering that you still have to go to the Civil Affairs Bureau to get a divorce certificate, I just gave up on the idea. In the next half month, I handled some small pieces of jewelry bags on hand. Went to the hospital for a physical checkup. Make sure you're not pregnant. Finally put Ryan all these years. All assets entrusted to me for safekeeping. It's all sorted out. Just the night before going to the Civil Affairs Bureau. Ryan is back. He called me. Elena, have you moved away? I'm used to being silent on the phone. He laughed to himself. Elena, you're so cute. I've told you about it. It's just a show. So, it looks like he's in a very good mood. Just play the play to the end. Tomorrow you follow me to the Civil Affairs Bureau. Get the divorce certificate. I held my phone tightly. Elena, don't worry. Just okay, I said. Or there was a commotion on the other side of the phone. I hung up. Sent the time to him via WeChat. The next day, I woke up early. Ryan didn't show up until he showed up. Probably Song Ji did it on purpose. His lips. There is a tooth mark that does not look deep or shallow. He didn't think there was such a thing. I pretended I didn't see it. This time, the procedures went even more smoothly than last time. It takes less than 5 minutes before and after. Lo and behold, I'll surprise you tomorrow. Ryan kicked my calf gently. I put the divorce papers away and said, Ryan, are you free tonight? I looked at him and said there was something I wanted to tell you. Ryan was slightly stunned. Start with marriage. I've always called him my husband. Immediately followed by the next moment. He bent that. Double peach eyes flicked the red divorce certificate on his hand. Okay. It doesn't matter what Ryan has become this year. I don't even want to deny the Ryan of the past. I am grateful to him for being with him over the years. I am grateful to him for taking care of me in the past. So, actually, I didn't plan to say goodbye. But this night, it's raining, lightning, and thunder. I'm afraid of nights like this. The car accident happened in the middle of such a rainstorm. I held back the trembling of my body. Wait for Ryan. I'm even a little worried. When Ryan appeared, I wouldn't be a habit developed over the years. Break through this month to come. It's hard to build up a psychological line of defense. Threw herself into his arms and wept. However, he did not come. He gave me a call. When the call is connected, it's very noisy over there. What a redemption. It's just, Lao Tzu has been annoying him to death for a few years. If it weren't for my mom forcing me, I don't want to deal with him. Tie the knot? Guess why you got married so early. It's not because he won't let Lao Tzu touch it. Lao Tzu is just curious. Didn't he get a disorder as soon as he got emotional? And what about when you're in bed? Can he make a sound? Ha ha ha, thundered. There's something in the Tang mansion. On such a thunderstorm day, once again completely crushed. I want to find a place to hide. I don't want to let anyone see me in such an embarrassed way. But where can they hide? No matter where it is. Rain everywhere. There was thunder and lightning everywhere. Taunts everywhere. It was at this time Hugo's call came. Elena. His voice is always so calm and calm. Make those noisy sounds. It seems to be gone all at once. Are you crying? I want to say no, but I couldn't make a sound. Tears are like in response. His words flowed out like a. You wait, and he's still calm. I'll pick you up. The second son of the Zhou family actually returned to being single again. A group of boys have a bachelorette party. I was drunk in KTV. A row of people lay down in a row. I don't know when it will be. Someone pulled out their phone in a daze. Damn, big news. So shouting. Woke up a few people. The nobleman at the helm of Fuji. It actually appeared in Haicheng. Or rushed back by overnight private jet. One of the men waved his hand in a daze. It can't be. It's not that he's recuperating abroad. I haven't seen anyone else in 10 years. It's really on the hot search. Mobile phones began to pass from crowd to crowd. The field that had cooled down became lively again. Really, he's still holding a girl. Said that he came back overnight to take this girl abroad. I didn't even have time to do PR. What a hurry. I'll see. Then why does this girl look a little familiar? Brother Nan. Someone pushed Ryan and said, look at this in Hugo's arms. Not like sister-in-law. Ryan had actually woken up a long time ago. But he doesn't like the hustle and bustle of the rich family. How could it be your sister-in-law? He took the phone with some displeasure. Your sister-in-law doesn't even dare to go out of Haicheng. Still going abroad. Just a casual glance at that picture. Suddenly I was stunned. Heavy rain pouring at the airport. Under a black umbrella. The man has a slender figure. The face is grim. Protect the girl in your arms tightly. But he's all too familiar with Elena. The contours of his figure. His hair color. Impossible. Ryan threw the phone out with a snap. How could Elena know anything about Fuji show? He'll ask him to go to his apartment tonight. Probably one. See him at the end of the month. I miss it very much. Ryan pulls a cigarette from his snuck. Light it up and take out your phone. Flip to Elena's phone number. Just about to call. Catch a glimpse of the time displayed on your phone at 3 a.m. Forget it. He's supposed to be sleeping at this time. But no matter when. His phone calls, Elena will answer. Ryan lights up his phone's screen again. Dial sorry. The number you are dialing is empty. After that car accident. I've never left Haicheng. All means of transportation make me fearful. Go to a completely unfamiliar place. It makes me even more nervous. I sat next to Fuji's shoe. Some nervous wringing hands. He's tall. Even if you sit in the back seat of the car. Still a head taller than me. It looks very serious. The driver accosted him. He simply dismissed it in just 1 or 2 words. He seems to be a very remarkable celebrity. Just when I was at Haicheng Airport, the reporters surrounded us on the inside and outside of the 3 floors. Mr. Fu shouted, "Am I too impulsive?" The name Hugo. I was all after the first call with him. I just knew. The city of Paris. It's a place I couldn't have imagined before. The man next to him suddenly moved. Take something out of your pocket. Hand it to me, eat it. It's a candy. Pink rabbit printed on the paper strip of candy wrapper. The memory is instantly pulled back to 2 years ago. At that time, I took the trouble to talk to him. Sister, do you like to eat sweets? I recently ate a candy. Particularly delicious. Cute, elastic, and soft. It also exudes the fragrance of peaches. If you want to eat it, give me an address. I'll send you a can. He replied with a list of addresses in English. That was the first time he responded to me. The strange feeling dissipated at once. This rabbit, sub-sugar. I was looking for a long time. Follow his WeChat profile picture to find it. I just want to make this withdrawn sister happy. Let's get out of the way for you. She doesn't seem to be that difficult to get close to. The voice is gentle. There is a soft light under the eyes. Before I could nod my head, she was already very skilled at putting the candy wrapper away. I took the candy and put it in my mouth. The familiar taste spreads from the tip of the tongue. The pores of the whole body are loosened. I turned out to be really stayed in a completely unfamiliar place. Hugo placed me in his apartment. He seems to be busy though. Rarely go home. The first week after jet lag. He talked to me once. Elena, what do you want to do? Just one sentence. It made me stunned. Ryan won't allow me to go out to work. You're nervous. I can't even understand the words. What kind of work can I do? Blame. Just grow flowers and grass at home. I can't do without that little bit of yours. Fu Shershio said with his coffee. Your language learning hasn't started yet. But there are a lot of Chinese in Paris. I clenched my palms. May I? Fu Shershio raised his eyebrows. How can you know without giving it a try? So, I really got a job. It is to teach a Chinese child to learn Chinese. It's just an ordinary tutor. I'm so happy. Happy too. I want to share it with a few friends who don't have a lot of digits. I don't seem to be useless. Just logged into WeChat. The news came like snowflakes. Elena, where have you been? Zhou Xiao is looking for you, and you're going crazy. Ryan came to me. On the night I left with Hugo, I'm not in good shape. So the follow-up is all handled by him. The assets that were originally to be returned to Ryan were sent to the week. An old home needs to dispose of the property. It was also entrusted to a lawyer who had been found before. Follow-up to divorce. Naturally, it is also left to the lawyer. Something else, like calling cards and the like. Hugo was just written off. Ryan, if anything, you should go to a lawyer. Instead of coming to me. I'm deleting those messages one by one. A voice call came in. The hand is too fast. I accidentally clicked on it. Elena, what the hell are you up to? Ryan's voice rushed out at once. Your phone was stolen by someone, isn't it? Was stolen and didn't know to buy a new one. Bought a new one, don't know how to call me. My mobile number. Aren't you all back? The melons ripe? I was quietly holding my phone. Also, where did you run away? What are you doing with those things in the old mansion? Do you want to celebrate the 3rd anniversary? Ryan turned out to be very relaxed. And he called out his name. We're divorced. Don't wait for him to say the next word. I just hung up. Look, I've told you how many times. It's acting. Don't you understand acting? What is the new mobile number? Send it to me and add it back on WeChat. Do you want to contact me yet? Messages popped up one after another. I clicked on his avatar. Block him. And find Ryan's friends in the list. All of them are blocked. Brand new environment. It really seems to help people let go of the past. On the way back, I bought a small piece of cake. After all, I've been talking to Fujishu for more than 2 years. After surviving the initial awkward phase, I'm still familiar with him. For example, I know his preferences. Lately, he doesn't seem to be so busy, going back to the apartment more often than before. I'm there carrying the cake along the way. I thought to myself he should be home today. I didn't expect him to come back so early. I just took the key out. The door has been opened. Hugo wears a white dazzling shirt, holding a small fluffy animal puppy in his arms. I was pleasantly surprised to forget what I was holding. Reaching out and hugging the puppy. Did you raise it? Why haven't I heard you mention it? Could it be your friend's? He's so cute. It's for you. Fu Shershio closed the door. I was stunned for a moment. My subconscious mind was asking if I could do it. Ryan doesn't agree with me having a pet. He said pets would get hair all over the house. There will also be a strange smell. Fu Shershio said, why not? My heart is in trouble. Bang. Like a bouquet of small flowers. I'm going to have my own puppy again. Give you a small cake. I handed the cake to Fujishuho. I ran to the couch and teased the puppy. My first puppy? It was a birthday present from my parents. It was my brother who took them and picked them personally. Then, it never seems to know what troubles are. So much so that I always feel like just seeing puppies. It's as if all your worries are gone. I looked up. I don't seem to be the only one who seems to be in a good mood. Hugo sat next to me. The corners of the mouth are slightly raised. Eat the small cake quietly, one bite at a time. Sister, the cream is rubbed on my body. I stood up, just about to go to draw paper. Suddenly reacted. Because it's so relaxing. It's the wrong name. Sister, Fujishu's voice approached. His breath was also closer. It's too close. The puppy whined and ran away. I raised my eyes slightly. I saw a very outstanding face, and the elastic skin touch under the hand. For a while, my ears were full of the sound of heartbeats. I wanted to step back a bit, but, dragged by Fujishu on the back of his head, an irresistible kiss went down. Elena, have you forgotten something? My heart was beating out of my throat. The hot face makes my brain a little dizzy. He kissed it again. This time it's gentle. Very tender, his voice was low and hoarse. When are we going to register? Today or tomorrow? I don't know what's going on. I was dazed by the kiss and thought, it's already evening today. Then tomorrow. The next day, Hugo literally took me to the city hall. I heard that it was an old gentleman of the mayor of Paris. I said a lot. I just nodded vigorously. Then he waved his hand. A marriage certificate was issued to us. I feel a little uneasy. But more than that, it's a small joy. Free-spirited people always understand each other better. I always feel Fushirshio will not be a wrong choice. The only thing that makes people unhappy is Ryan didn't know how. Find out my mobile phone number in Paris. Also use a French number. Give me a call. You've made it to Paris. As soon as the phone was connected, and he heard my voice. Look, I've learned to be petty. It's been a month. Haven't you had enough? I took a deep breath to suppress the surging emotions. Ryan, don't bother my life anymore. Your life. What can you do in life? Don't think I don't know. You went to Paris to find that angle, didn't you? A little sister who eats candy every day. You go drag people down. You're sorry too. I didn't care what I did before. What friends to make. Never hidden. Ryan, none of this has anything to do with you. It's your husband who fucks. It has nothing to do with me. And who is related? I advise you to get back to me right away. Otherwise, I'll just hang up. Lost the phone. He texted again. Not coming back, right? Okay, you're really capable. If you have the ability, you will rely on a little sister for a lifetime. I never thought about it. Ryan is such a bad person. But think about it again. He can cheat in marriage. Also swaggered to let me fake a divorce. How could he be a good man? It was I who was blinded by the friendship I had as a child. Carried away. That same evening, many more friends have messaged me. Mostly a screenshot of Ryan's circle of friends. Plus a sentence about what is going on with you and Zhou Xiao. Ryan is in the circle of friends. Posted an intimate photo with Zara. This is a public acknowledgement of his relationship with Zara. I'm too lazy to explain too much. Directly in the circle of friends. A photo of the divorce certificate was posted. My group of college roommates exploded all at once. Hell, Elena, you're finally coming to your senses. I've long felt that the surname Zhou is not quite right. Never takes you to meet his friends. I haven't seen him post you on Moments. That's it. I also talk about Elena's aphasia every day. Originally, Elena had a good chat with us. As soon as he mentions Elena, I was really nervous and speechless. It turns out that everything has been traced for a long time. It didn't take a few days. The group exploded again. Isn't there something wrong with his brain? Ryan gave each of them. All posted the same content. A photo of a diamond ring. A screenshot of his chat with Sarah. I'll surprise you in 3 days. Are you available? And then there's one more word to convey to me. Tell Elena. 3 days later was my mother's birthday party. 2, if he doesn't return to China. I'll just let my mother's daughter-in-law be replaced. I also think he's not in his right mind. Ignore him, but I'm really going back home. Just that night. Fu Shirshio replied. Arrived home with 2 suitcases. Let's go back to our country. I was a little stunned. Didn't react. The marriage certificate needs to be notarized in the home country, he said as he packed up his papers. And I'm going to take you back to meet your friends and family. I couldn't help but ask if I could. It's like the roommate said. Ryan never takes me out in public. He's afraid of me talking. I'm afraid I'll stutter. Feel ashamed. Look, Fu Shirshio suddenly stopped what he was doing. Turn around. One hand holds my face. Black eyes looked at me motionlessly. Elena, there's nothing you can't do. A warm current of numbness. It slowly spreads from the heart to the whole body. It turns out that a positive and healthy relationship is like this. Hugo says he'll have to go to Haicheng first. It just so happened that I also wanted to meet with my lawyer. So the first stop back home was set in Haicheng. It's not the same as the heavy rain pouring when you leave. The sun was shining when I got off the plane. Fuji practice is very low-key. Wearing sunglasses all the way. Hold my hand and walk towards the VIP aisle. After this time, I know who he is. 12 years ago, the battle for the sovereignty of Fuji, serialized in the headlines of various editions for several months. No one thought of it. The last to win. It's going to be a young guy who hasn't graduated from college yet. I didn't expect Fuji Shu to take over Fuji. The means are vigorous and resolute. Strange tricks keep coming. It's only been 2 years. Let the Fuji group, which is already very large. The scale has doubled again. I've heard rumors about him too. It's just that I was still young at the time. Plus, he has faded out of the country for many years. So I didn't remember his name. Luckily, didn't meet a reporter again this time. Hugo and I arrived at the hotel without any problems. He goes to the company. I was at the hotel to catch up on sleep. Wake up and go to the law firm. Miss Zhou, your assets have been in accordance with your requirements. In the gradual processing of it, here are a few documents that you will need to resign. You take a look. This is the original contract for the property that has been sold. You can take it. Your personal assets are handled smoothly. It's just that the lawyer looks a little embarrassed. Miss Zhou, you still have a few properties. It is the marital property of Mr. Zhou. According to the divorce agreement, should be 1.5. But Mr. Zhou refused to cooperate. He said your lawyer coughed lightly. Not divorced yet. I frowned. So you see. I nodded. Excuse me. I'll talk to him. I took out my phone, then let the roommates block Ryan. After that, he made all kinds of trumpets. Add me to the daily change of the bet method. I passed one of them. Are you free at night? Come out and see you. Ryan didn't reply to him right away. Typing. For a long time. I'm willing to go back to China again. It's a pity, young Master Ben has to accompany Gigi to go shopping tonight. I didn't have any free time. I looked at the message on my phone. I almost laughed angrily. It is not impossible for him to deal with assets without cooperation. It would be good to apply to the court for enforcement. It's just that this time I plan to return to China for a short time. I want to keep things simple. Probably because I didn't reply to him. He sent another message. If you want to make peace. It's not that there's no chance. Tomorrow my mom's birthday party. Come and admit your mistake. It also comes with a hotel positioning. It's really a problem with the brain. I've blocked him again. It just so happened that Fujishio also sent a message. Someone sent you a few sets of dresses over. You pick one. I'll take you to meet a few friends tomorrow. I'm going to meet a friend of Fujishu. My heart beat a little faster. Immediately brought Ryan unpleasant. Thrown out of the clouds. Take a taxi back to the hotel. Hugo wear only. It was to have people send a few sets of dresses. Several rows of hangers. Full. Plus good shoes, jewelry. There is also a group of makeup artists. Packed the whole room. See him so seriously. I don't dare to slack off in the slightest. In exchange for a change of pics. Almost tossed all night. In the end, I decided on a set. It looks well-behaved and low-key dressed. Fortunately, Fujishu hasn't come back yet. He hasn't returned home for 10 years. It is rare to go to Haicheng branch in person. You can imagine how busy it is. The next day, I slept most of the day. When I woke up, it was already afternoon. Change your clothes. Put on your makeup, and the news from Fujixi to just happened. Have asked the driver to pick you up. When you get on the bus, A call from an unfamiliar number. My gut told me it was Ryan again. Just hang up. Call again. Hang up again. Finally blocked the number again. I just didn't expect that. When the driver stops, I actually saw Ryan. He was standing in front of the hotel and making a phone call. Non-stop calling. In the end, I smashed the phone in a fit of rage. I glanced up at the name of the hotel. It turned out to be Ryan. The phone number of that Fuji shoe that was sent to me yesterday. It's a good time to call in. Is it there? Do you want to come down and pick you up? His voice always calms people. I glanced at Joe Huainan with a black face. Say no. I'll go up myself. Probably heard me. Ryan looked over this way too. For a moment it was difficult to describe the expression on his face. It's like surprise. Like ecstatic. Mixed with a bit of pent-up anger. He kicked away the phone he had smashed. Eyes red and voila. But only one word was spoken. He pursed his lips. Turn your face away. Let's go with a bit of pride. I knew you were coming. Then he took the lead and turned around and walked away from this house. The hotel is probably packed. I suddenly realized. Fujishi said that there are a few friends now. What kind of friends are they? See, I didn't keep up. Ryan deliberately slowed down. Okay, I'll admit my mistake first. He lowered his voice and said he just didn't like Zara. I'm not going to associate with him. You're too stingy too. The little girl didn't provoke you anything. I took a deep breath. Try to restrain your emotions. Went up to the second floor. I saw a few familiar faces or sisters-in-law. It's finally back. It has to be Zhou Xiao. What a good girl. Learn what to do in the Canary. Isn't this a joke? Brother Nan, there are so many people today. You still have her with you. Not afraid? It is. There are big names today. Ryan glared at them and rolled over. Then he leaned closer to me. Count you sensible. Also know to dress up and come back. You'll be right behind me in a minute. No matter what happens. Don't even speak. Just laugh. Do you understand? Come on. He stretches out his hand to you and holds it. I reluctantly stopped. Ryan said coldly, I'm not here for you. Ryan burst out laughing. All right, that's all for this. What else to pack? You don't come for me. For whom else can I come? The door to the hall opened. I saw Fujishu at a glance. Not his home stadium, though. But he sat on the Lord's seat. His left and right sides. Ryan's mother, respectively. And Ryan, the big brother at the helm of the company. Some of the others were standing. Some are sitting. Some are drinking in peace. Some are talking in whispers. But it's weird. It forms a semicircle centered on the duplex. See? The one in the middle was brought in by my mother. His wife will come later. Be nice. If you lose the face of the Zhou family. My mom and my big brother won't let you go. Joe, why? Nan said, while holding my hand. I shook Elena off hard. His voice. The sound is not small. Quite a few people are looking this way. Hugo has also seen it. His eyes sank slightly. Ryan, what are you messing about? Joe's mother's name is Ryan. It's me who stares dissatisfied. Ryan's eldest brother looked at me with a frown. Then he smiled at Hugo and said, Mrs. Fu. It should be almost there. I'll go down and pick it up. There was someone whispering in the crowd. Ryan whispered to you not to make trouble. Don't make a fuss, I'm satisfied now. This is the first time you have met so many relatives of the Zhou family. Just make such an impression. Yes, married for 3 years. This is the first time I have met all the relatives of the Zhou family. Elena Hugo called me over out of the blue. There was an empty seat between him and Joe's mother. Ryan was stunned. Joe's mother and Ryan's eldest brother were also stunned. I walked over with my feet up and introduced it. Fu Shirshio's voice was not loud, but it was enough for everyone present to hear. Elena gently kissed the back of my hand. Then he looked at the crowd. My wife. There was a deathly silence in the banquet hall. Everyone seems to have forgotten to breathe. Only Fu Shirshio. It is worthy of being a person who has experienced strong winds and waves. Elena, is there anything you want to say? All eyes were on me. Cold sweat broke out on my back. Clasp your palms tightly. Heartbeat after beat. Hugo gently squeezed my hand. Look into my eyes. Nodding at me slightly. There's nothing you can't do. I took a deep breath. Auntie, I said to Mother Joe. I clenched my fists tightly. Ryan and I have been divorced a long time ago. I don't know why he didn't tell you. Facing Ryan again. Ryan, I never felt the same. Marriage and divorce can be regarded as acting. There is nothing between you and me anymore. Possibly, finally. For everyone. I'm already Hugo's legal wife. In the future, there will be no more connection with the Joe family. Ryan looked at Hugo's clasped hands with me. The face is full of disbelief. 2 steps back. Hugo also stood up. Pick up the towel on the table. Unhurried. Wipe my hand that I had just been scratched by Ryan. My wife likes to be quiet. What about me? Very protective short after today. I don't want to see anyone again. Harassing my wife in any way. Mrs. Joe, did I make it clear? Mother Joe nodded vigorously. Sorry for the interruption. Hugo puts down the towel. Take me by the hand and go. All the way to the elevator. The heartbeat gradually returned to normal. Weakness under the feet. I'm about to fall. Hugo put his arm around my waist. Pushed me against the inner wall of the elevator. You've gone to such great lengths. Said with a faint breath. Just so that Ryan doesn't come to me again. Hugo cupped my face. You are especially beautiful today. I don't know what he's talking about, the beauty of my dress. It's still beautifully said. He leaned over and kissed it. Look, look. Ryan was shouting outside the elevator. Unfortunately, I just didn't care about talking and didn't press the floor. The elevator was unexpectedly opened by him. Hugo pressed me into his arms, turned his head coldly. Something. The elevator wall reflects my kissed red face. There's also Ryan's sluggishness outside the elevator. An expression of near despair. I hurriedly pressed the -1st floor. Before the elevator doors close, Hugo pinched my chin very badly. In front of Ryan. An even more passionate kiss went down. I heard that Ryan was locked up by the Joe family. Mobile phones and computers were taken away. All communication equipment was cut off. I want him to swear to make sure he doesn't trouble me again. Before he let him out. I followed Fujishu back. When I went to the capital, I originally planned to go to the notarization of the marriage certificate. Hugo is troublesome. I simply went directly to the Civil Affairs Bureau to get another one. I've met his friends and family too. Same as rumored. He is the eldest son and the eldest grandson. It's just that the mother died early. Father when he was 18 years old. Because of sudden cardiac death also left. His uncles. It's not competitive anymore. Treat me politely. His friends are also very polite. Very polite. There is only one person. Probably his iron buddy. Teasing him in front of him that he was too old to break through. No, he's in his 30s. It's still a virgin. However, it has been half a month since he and I got the certificate. He really hasn't touched me yet. Yes, he won't. I'm still worried that I will find out that he won't. So when I went to bed that night, the atmosphere is a little weird. I'll want to touch him for a while. After a while, I felt that it was better to stay away from him. In case it is not. But not. Probably not. When he kissed me, I can still feel his enthusiasm. Mr. Fu has to deal with many affairs every day. It's not easy to get close to usually. Maybe that's normal. Even if it's not normal, the marriage certificate has been obtained. I won't dislike him. What are you thinking? Hugo suddenly rolled over. Pull me into your arms. I shook my head vigorously. He looked down and bit my lip. He's been kissing me more and more lately. And it's getting longer and longer each time. I just wanted to give you a little more time to accept me. The temperature in the quilt gradually increases. In the dark, Hugo's breath was a little disordered. The voice also became dull. My heart was pounding. I can't speak. But I think of puppies curled up at the end of the bed, sleeping peacefully. When you return to your home country, you will be entrusted with a rest. Didn't forget to bring it with you. Think of the lilac bedding in the room. Think of tulips in the yard outside the house. Past years. Every word I've ever said about it. It all remembers. I like you. Fu Shirshio, I said softly. He looked up and kissed her on the lips. Fu Shirshio's body stiffened suddenly. Immediately after that, it was anti-customer oriented. In the end, nature is the bitter and short spring night. Sleepless nights. But things don't always work out that way. There were so many people attending that birthday party. There are still some gossip that spreads. Each interview video of Hugo is below. There have been some ambiguous remarks. TSK, the domineering president looks like a dog. It's a loss of conscience. Even my wife is upstairs. He got married. What's wrong with his wife? Keep a low profile and keep it safe. Keywords to snatch the bride. Hugo doesn't think it's a big deal. The more this kind of speech is banned, the more ferocious it will be. But I'm like a man on my back. On this day, Hugo was working overtime again. We will be back to France in 3 days. I'm packing my bags. Suddenly, I heard a commotion outside the yard. Yes, my wife and I are childhood sweethearts. How can more than 20 years of relationship say that there is no and there is nothing? Look at this picture. Yes, it was the day after Fuji was photographed at the airport. The photo was deleted cleanly. You see, was my wife sober at the time? Fu Shirshio pretended to be a little girl 3 years ago. Cheating on my wife. She simply has a special fetish. It's a pervert. My ears are ringing. The blood rushed upwards one by one. Sure enough, it was Ryan. He brought a group of live broadcast influencers. Right in front of my house and Fu Shirshio. Fu's lawlessness. Please bear witness to me. I must see my wife today. I grabbed the printed materials and rushed downstairs. Completely forgotten. The servants were all sent by me. Went out to buy something. I'm the only one left in the house. Also completely forgot about the car accident after. A large number of interviews can cause secondary harm. I'm facing the camera. Can't say a word. Originally, when a person wants to protect something, the power can be so powerful. I'll just open the door and take a look. Ryan looked pleasantly surprised. Before he could say the third word, I walked up and gave him a slap in the face. Ryan, you don't pee on yourself either. Who gives you the confidence that I will not leave you? Another slap in the face. And who gave you the courage to slander others? Rumor mongering. One more slap in the face. Throw the printed chat history on him. Take a good look at it. Stop blaspheming the word childhood sweetheart. Finally threw the player into his arms. Inside is playing The Night of Leaving. A recording of that phone call he made to me. What a redemption. It's just. Lao Tzu annoyed him to death in those years. If it weren't for my mom forcing it. I don't want to pay attention to him. Tie the knot. Guess what? Ryan's face turned pale. Hurriedly pressed the pause button. But he made a fuss. It's not that easy to stop. The live stream was forcibly interrupted. All slices are also removed cleanly. This can be circulated everywhere. It was Zara who sent it to me that year. Screenshots of her and Ryan's various chat logs. Crowds on the internet. I was amazed by what these two men did. Soon, Zara, who had been hiding her figure, it was cleaned up. Someone even picked up the mansion where she lived in a house sent by Ryan, wearing the luxury goods that Ryan bought. She also pretended to be a rich girl. Go hook up with other rich kids. Fu Shirshio was originally a person who was only in business. It didn't specifically target the Zhou family. Such a fuss. He cut off all cooperation between the Fu family and the Zhou family. It didn't take 2 days. Mother Zhou called me. The call is that we have not disciplined well. Ryan, I'm sorry. Let's see, can you see it in so many years? Auntie, I interrupted him. You have taken care of me for many years. That's true, but I've listened to you all these years. Little by little, I handed over my parents' business to the Zhou family. I never owe you anything. Hugo and I went according to the original plan, ready to depart back to France. It was raining lightly that day. At the time of going through the security check, suddenly there was a commotion. Ryan didn't know where it came from again. It's covered in mud and rain. An embarrassed look. Elena. He grabbed my suitcase. The ground is too slippery. He fell straight in front of me. Elena, don't you go, okay? Hugo's face was full of disgust, but he just glanced at his watch. Then he gave a few people next to him a look. Around those pulled out their phones. People who want to take pictures to see the excitement. It was cleaned up in no time. Ryan clutched my suitcase tightly. Elena, listen to me. There are too many misunderstandings between us. That call was given to you by Songji. It's not me, I don't know at all. I was drinking too much and talking big. I've never disliked you. Annoying me to marry you is really like you. I was confused when I said those words to Songji. That's right, she's powerful. He seduced me. I don't really want to divorce you either. Didn't I say I'm going to surprise you? I was going to plan for the next day. I'll propose to you again. Look, it's all a mistake. I was going to look for you in the apartment that night. It's Jack, that idiot, who has to pull me to drink. Yes, it's all someone else's fault. I looked down at his tears and said, condoms are stuffed into your pockets by someone else. The bed was pushed up by someone else. Those words that belittle me and humiliate me all. It was a demon possession that came out of your mouth. When I said such a long paragraph, there was no pause. Ryan, you just think I can't live without you. That's why they despise me. Ignore me, despise me, laugh at me, suppress me. It's become a failure in your life. The only way to find a sense of presence is left. Isn't it? The Zhou family has 2 sons. The eldest takes over the family business. The second child hangs all day long and the game is in the world. It's not that he doesn't want to do it. It's that he can't do it. He was the only one in his life who could come up with it. It's that I once accompanied a girl. Let her rely on him wholeheartedly. Trust him and let it go. Friendships from childhood don't end too ugly. Ryan's hand shook suddenly. Loosened. Elena. Give me another chance, okay? I will definitely this time. As he spoke, he wanted to grab my hand. I quickly dodged it. It's dirty. Ryan's words stopped all at once. I pulled my suitcase and turned around and left. Hugo is just a short distance ahead. I grabbed his arm. Suddenly there was a howl behind him. After that, it's been a long time. I haven't seen Ryan again. Only occasionally from roommates. Hear a little bit about Zara and him. Zara has a big deal to do. Several rich second-generation Ryan are also among them. I sued him together. He was expelled from school. I didn't even get my diploma. As for whether there was a verdict in the end of that lawsuit, I don't know. Ryan was expelled from the Zhou family. Maybe it's to curry favor with Fuji's show. Or maybe Zhou's mother is not going well in business. And he poured his anger on him. Stopped all his bank cards. All the property in his name was recovered. Let him go out and work on his own to earn a living. It is said that once bought millions of haute couture. The second young master who didn't even blink his eyes. Now you have to be careful when you buy a bottle of wine. Careful calculation. It is also said that he and Zara were bumped into fighting in the streets. 2 people who are also destitute. Even if the head is beaten and the blood flows. And no one cares. My work is going well. The number of students went from 1 to 2. 2 became 4 again. Soon recruited a class of children. My language learning is also relatively smooth, although often buys 15 tenses. Got dizzy, but at least I was able to communicate on a daily basis. The first Chinese New Year in France. Fu Shirxiu took me to skiing. When rushing down from the Alps, I screamed, "It's night!" We lay in the hotel in the valley and counted the stars. Every star is someone who once loved us. Fuji Shu. Aren't you going to tell me Angel's story? Just that evening, Fuji Shu took me back to China. Returned to the capital. Back to the old mansion that hasn't been opened in years. There's a room there. The room is full of pink rabbits. Fu Shirshio has a younger sister, 10 years younger than him. Favorite rabbits. After growing up a little, I especially love pink rabbits. He always said himself is from the rabbit planet to save the world. However, he doesn't seem to be so lucky. His mother died as soon as he was born. When I was 8 years old, my father also passed away. He watched his brother fight with the uncles who are eyeing you. Mediation, exhausted. He's here to save the world. Then he must not be a burden to his brother. So when the domestic servant abused him, he didn't say a word. When I was ridiculed and bullied by my classmates because of aphasia, he just smiled at Hugo. It's never Hugo who has aphasia. It's him in order to hide his illness. He used to write notes to Hugo. Or the school is intentional. Think, I won't be going home this summer. You have to take good care of yourself. Brother, I've got a good friend again. Today is another happy day. Brother, I've learned how to make small cakes. Put it in the fridge too. Remember to eat it. But the last note he left for Fujishu reads, Brother, the earth is too bitter. I'm going back to Rabbit Planet. Rest assured, I will be coming back to see you often. #, £. Fujishu is just too busy. Schools, companies are everywhere on his battlefield. But when the war ended, all that awaited him was the cold corpse at the bottom of the lake. In fact, he also thought about saving himself. He added a lot of mutual aid groups. Depression support group. Aphasia mutual aid group. There are also many people who add him as friends. It's just those who can't take care of themselves. How can you help others? Most of them chatted for 2 or 3 days and then there was no news. Until many, many years later. I clicked on his pink bunny head. Sent a friend request. Sister, add me. Sister, are you busy? Sister, it's another sunny day. I'm not that lucky. Can you apply through a friend? Hugo said. I'm too verbose. He guards his sister's WeChat year after year, fantasizing about whether one day he will actually be able to come back. My sister didn't wait. I waited for a chattering sister. He passed the buddy application. Watch him day after day, enthusiastically sharing his life. He thought again if he had appeared 10 years ago. Will my sister have a different result? Even later he thought, is he a gift from his sister? He was so lonely, far from home. Day after day, I atoned for my sister's guilt. Voices coming from the phone. Is the only color in his life. It's a pity that he's someone else's wife. You're my wife now, Fu. Hugo looked at the brightest star next to the moon. Speaking of you, is this really a gift from him? Has he forgiven me? He never blamed you. I kissed away the tears from the corners of his eyes. He is the angel who saves the world. Saved you. Saved me too. Hugo hugged me tightly. Elena, I love you deeply and passionately. Life's biggest regret. There is nothing more than the unladylike meeting someone you love. The greatest blessing in life. Nothing more than I love you. And you just fell into my arms.